it's becoming so popular and to people are starting to find value in this. They're wonderful tools to help you bring calm to your life. And as you were saying at the beginning, we have so much that's the opposite of calm in our lives right now, that we need to find as many tools as we can get that help us create that calm in our lives. It's absolutely essential to our health. And sound is a powerful one to help you create calm in your life.
Mm. Um,
Yeah.
and also to bear in mind that it's not only the tools, even if you can't afford to buy the tools, sound is also created by your voice, and voice is actually part of the tool that you have. Especially when you have to be carrying for us, when you have to carry heavy bowls around and to create corporate wellness, it is very handy to have the voice incorporated during a corporate event or during a sound circle, and it that creates. In fact, I find voice as a tool is more powerful than the crystal bowls or the Tibetan bowls. It the intention created when you're using your voice is so clear and so intense that it really cuts through whatever they want in their lives.
I so agree. And when you're using your voice for your own self-care, your
Mm.
voice is created inside of you. And when I first thought about this, I thought, "Oh, I better be more mindful about my voice." Remember that sound moves atoms. Your voice is created inside of you. So before the person you're speaking with has received those sound waves of your voice to their eardrums, that sound of your voice has already moved every atom of your being.
Mm.
When
I
I thought about that, it's a scientific fact. That moved my heart so much, Irene. I thought, wow, I am I am giving my own body a sonic massage. Well, it's more than body, it's your being, a sonic massage with every sound my voice makes. So once I really realized that in my heart, I said, "Okay, Sharon, I promise myself that I will become more mindful of how I use my voice because I give myself a sonic massage with every sound that comes out of my mouth."
Yeah.
So if it's sometimes we have to make angry sounds. Sometimes we have to say, "Ouch!" Sometimes we have to make these sounds. However, being mindful about it means that you can shift that very quickly if you have had to create a sound. Now, a complaining kind of sound is a dangerous one. For me as an empath, I find that one sticks in me. And I'm not sure why, still working on that. But sometimes those sounds stick in me. And so I have to work with that one still. And we all have those areas we work on. When you become mindful of the voice, and as you said, Irene, how it carries your conscious intention, powerful, powerful tool we have right here.
Mm. Yeah, it's interesting because I haven't really thought of the voice and how it vibrates through the body and creates that, because it also affects the next person that is sitting with you. So if you have a very um, if you intentionally create a very peaceful sound or calming conversation, you create calm around you. And I've always wondered, when I have my monthly cramps, if I get irritated or annoyed during that period, the pain just increase in my body.
Yes.
And I never knew why that actually happened to me. I'm like, all I knew in my head was like, okay, don't get annoyed, don't get irritated during this time.
That could make it worse, though. because you're saying this, right?
My mind just goes, calm down, it's fine, it's calm, but I notice that the minute I become irritated, the pain just increases.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered, I never really thought about why. Well, I did think about why, but I know what was affecting it. I didn't really know why I was affected by the emotion. Um, and if I voice it out, it's even worse. Gets
Yeah, then you're really resonating everything with
just
it. I
like,
know. It's an adventure. For me, it's a lifelong adventure in being mindful of the voice, Irene. And what an amazing adventure when you start noticing some of these things, like you just mentioned. It's
yeah.
really interesting.
It's interesting when people come to me and they sit with me, or the clients come to me and they sit with me, and after a conversation, maybe a coaching or half an hour coaching session, they feel so much better, they feel upbeat, and they can get on with their lives. But obviously, once you leave the person's space, it may last a day or so, and then you go back to, if you don't do anything about it, you just go back to what your original thoughts are, your emotions are. So it's sound is something that you need to, like everything else, you need to continuously work on it if you want to maintain a vibration, um, from where you were to what you want to be. You need to maintain it.
Yeah, that's a daily practice. It makes the world of difference. And same thing as daily meditation, gratitude journaling, daily sound practice in whatever way that is. You can combine playing a singing bowl with a meditation practice. There are so many ways to give yourself that gift. And that regularity of it is really, really important.
Yeah. I because I practice sound, and also because I go into a coaching or hypnosis sessions, I would love to integrate the in between stages when a person leaves my space, and in between just create a sound for the client, catering for whatever they need through the week, before they come in for the next session, to maintain that vibration that they took away from, and to maintain it, to be able to carry forward. And there's so many ways you can actually incorporate sound into your businesses. You don't have to be a full-time sound wellness person. You can integrate it into your business and think of creative ways on how you can actually, um, complement the business, right?
We
I,
are blown away by the so many different ways that people who have come to us integrate their sound practice with everything else they do. It's everyone is so completely different, and what a beautiful compliment it does make to their work.
it
What a
does.
great point. Yeah.
It does. And it also because, there was something else I wanted to say. What was it? And also sound, while, never mind. It's completely escaped my head right now.
Oh,
I
it
want,
might come back.
you might come back. Um, there's so many interesting things that you can actually, see in sound, and a lot of people think that sound and healing goes, in Malaysia at least, it goes like, it's a bit of a woo, but there's so many things, there's so many scientific, proof that it's not just about energy, it's not just about something you can't see. You can act, it's been proven, it's been studied upon. You can see the frequency waves. The other thing I also want to point out is that it also can, release and relieve the pains that you feel, some of the diseases, and sometimes it can even get rid of a certain ailment. I'm being very careful
Yeah, in my experience, Irene, and yeah, and I love what you're saying here too, and that sound I found for myself and for others, my own clients, that sound, particularly for me, the Tibetan bowls, the big Tibetan bowls, like these ones back here, are magnificent for managing pain. Crystal bowls also are amazing at that. So is the voice with the appropriate intentions. One of the things that I found is so beautiful about sound is that word complement that you've already mentioned. And it complements so many other things, including medical treatment. I know for myself, whenever something's going on with me, the medical information is an important part of getting the information I need to create health and wholeness for me. If I need a medication, that I had a bacterial pneumonia years ago that was, I woke up in the middle of the night shaking so badly I could, it was the scariest high fever I've ever had. My husband took me to emergency. The nurse in the triage area took my temperature and she said, "Oh my." I thought, "Uh-oh, not a good sign. Not a good sign." So they wheeled me in right away, put on an IV, and I was grateful for the IV because it felt so cold. It was body temperature, but to me it felt very cold. And then they did the x-rays and found the pneumonia. And so I got 4 days of medication because they found it was a bacterial one. A viral one is a different medical process. So with the medication, I thought, okay, lungs are all heart chakra. So I did a lot of work with my heart crystal bowl, my Tibetan bowls, my voice in particular, and after 4 days, all of the symptoms were completely gone except for a little bit of tiredness. And I gained a whole new respect for how sound works so perfectly, even with medication. So here too, it's everyone is different and everyone has a different blend of those things that they know helps them heal. And so sound can kind of tuck in with almost all of those, which is so very cool. It amplifies and because it's so good for the body, it really helps the body to reset and work with what it needs to work with. Even broken bones, things like that, they need medical treatment. They also can be supported by frequencies that helps the bones heal faster. And also other things, other ways of using sound that helps to reduce stress of an injury.
Mm.
All of those things, so many ways. And that's one of the things I love about sound is it is so complementary and there's so many innumerable ways that you can use it to support your well-being.
Yeah. I was just
Yeah.
wondering, um, we're running a little bit over time. One last thing is, do you know how they say when you have essential oils and you don't like the smell, it means that you actually, they say that oils that you don't like the smell to, that your body needs it. Does that work the same way with sound?
Um, Here I would say use discernment. Sounds that you don't like, depending on what they are, can be used to shake up stuck energy. However, you do need discernment. Some sounds can go the opposite way and make you feel worse.
Mhm.
That's why it's helpful to to have someone who can help you discern if you're not sure at all, if you're not familiar with sound or sound tools, and then really noticing the response of the nervous system, because the nervous system will go one of two ways. It'll get more stressed or it'll get less stressed. And sometimes in order to move a block, we need a dissonant sound to create more vibration in order to move that block.
Mhm.
If something has come to your attention as far as an emotional block or something like that, I always believe that it's ready to move, it's ready to go. Otherwise, it wouldn't have come to your attention. Your conscious awareness is saying, okay, time for you gone. So having a way to support that is really helpful. It does take discernment because sound affects the nervous system so powerfully. It can go either way. It can be worse or better.
Yeah. I would love to continue talking. There's so many different areas, different layers about sound. But for now, we will um, end this discussion for today. And thank you for joining and talking about sound and educating people more about sound. And we will come back and talk about different aspects on what sound can do at a later stage and later date. Thanks
Thank you.
again, Sharon.
Oh, Irene, thank you so, so much. I really believe in what you're doing, and your podcast is so needed. So thank you.
Thank you for joining. Oh, before we go, do you want to actually, what is your YouTube channel so that people can actually go in and listen to what you said earlier? That
Okay. It is www.youtube.com, then forward slash little c forward slash sound wellness.
okay. I think I'm going to put it in um, at a later stage when this goes out. So everyone, just watch. If you want to go into Sharon's YouTube channel, it will be up later when I post it. Right.
Yes.
Thank you so much.